Trump national spokesperson Katrina Pierson is on the phone with us. Katrina, thanks for joining us. You know, that clip went public at 3 o'clock this afternoon. At 3:40, your campaign issued the issue, said it was unclear. And then at 4:45, they did the full reverse, saying that the doctor, not the woman, as Mr. Trump said during this town hall meeting, should be held responsible for an abortion. So why does it take 3 attempts to get your position clarified?
Great to talk to you tonight about this, and I think it was important to note that the campaign itself issued a response, and Mr. Trump wanted his personal response out there. And, you know, Donald Trump is right. He is pro-life, with exceptions, just like Ronald Reagan. And Donald Trump doesn't have an abortion ban policy, so I'm not quite sure why some people are considering this a reversal. And I want to reiterate that Donald Trump does not believe women should be punished if they have an illegal abortion. This statement was made during a discussion over a hypothetical concept, and I'll have to tell you, progressive journalists use this type of questioning every single time for pro-life politicians because even they know that there is an unsettled area within the argument of life. Many states today make harming a pregnant woman a crime against her and her fetus. So Mr. Trump just speaking to the legality of doing something illegal, and then when Chris Matthews said to the woman, he said yes, not really distinguishing the difference between the woman and the actual physician performing the abortion, which is exactly why he immediately clarified the statement. So,
Katrina, just let me get this straight. Are you saying that he did not say that women should be held responsible?
What I'm saying is he didn't mean to say women. That was just in the context of discussing the hypothetical situation.
Hypothetical or not, though? I mean, why even put that out there? Hypothetical or not? Why say women should be held criminally responsible?
You're a journalist, and people misspeak all the time, particularly in the context of a hypothetical discussion.
Okay, but I'm not running for president.
Well, absolutely not. But again, everyone misspeaks every now and again, and that's exactly why he wanted to make clear that he meant to say physician or person performing the abortion and not the woman herself. And I think he made that abundantly clear in his clarification. This is a clarification. It's not a walk back or a change in policy.
Okay, point taken. However, we shall say that pro-life groups have come out and distanced themselves once this clip was released. For example, the president of the March for Life Education and Defense Fund released a statement saying, in part, no pro-lifer would ever want to punish a woman who has chosen abortion. This is against the very nature of what we are about. We invite a woman who has gone down this route to consider paths to healing, not punishment. So here we are, these pro-life advocates and pro-life groups distancing themselves from your candidate.
And of course, once they receive the clarification, which by now they have, they will understand, because people do misspeak all the time, particularly in campaigns when they're just sitting down having off-the-cuff discussions about policies that don't even exist. Again, this was a hypothetical concept in a back-and-forth discussion where Mr. Trump meant to say the physician, not women. When Chris Matthews said woman, he said yes, only because of the legality of doing something illegal. That is exactly why he clarified. He wanted to make sure that people understood that was not what he was meaning to say. In fact, it will be the physician performing the illegal procedure that should be held accountable.
Ted Cruz, as you may have heard, Katrina, I don't know if you did, but he did release a statement, and he said that Mr. Trump hasn't seriously thought through the issues, using this as yet another example. Has your candidate thought through these issues thoroughly?
Oh, absolutely. That's why I wanted to reinforce this concept that there is no walking back or reversal of Mr. Trump's position. He is pro-life with exceptions, period. And I know the other candidates would like to chime in every time there's a misspeak. I understand that, but that does not change the fact that Donald Trump is pro-life with exceptions and does believe that the physician performing an illegal procedure should be held accountable in a hypothetical context again.
But Katrina, don't you think, though, that Mr. Trump has had to backtrack more often than the other candidates have in this campaign? I mean, for example, after the Brussels attacks last week, he went on Fox to call for a complete shutdown of U.S. borders, but then on CBSN he denied that the borders should be shut down, saying that what he meant was that they should be more secure. Do you believe as though Mr. Trump just needs to be more careful with his words, needs to show some constraint if he's not exactly clear on the message?
Well, with regard to that, I mean, exactly what happened in Paris. When the attack took place, they shut down their borders. And if something like happened here on a massive scale, you would want to shut down your borders. And he is talking about border security in that context. And I'll also say another reason why we have these issues is because no other candidate goes into a hostile environment that like Donald Trump does. He is unafraid to go up against these liberal journalists, answer the questions, and when he's pulled out of context or something is misconstrued, he clarifies. No other candidate is willing to do that.
Are you worried that women voters are going to distance themselves, ones that maybe have been on the fence after today's comments?
No, not at all, because he did issue a clarification. I mean, that's what's really important. In communications, in the media, even news anchors misspeak every now and again, and you have to clarify things. This is a part of human speak when you're not doing teleprompter speeches, when you're just speaking off the cuff and having a discussion, particularly in a hypothetical context.
Well, I think hypothetical context really, it does make an impact, particularly when it comes to women's rights and women's issues in this day and age. But Katrina Pierson, we do appreciate your time. We know that you're very busy out there on the campaign trail, and you do take the time. Yeah, you always take the time for us, and we appreciate that, Katrina.
Thank you so much. Yes.